Welcome, everyone, to the Tri-State Audi Knicks post-game show. Today against the Cavs, 7 Cavaliers in double figures, but Obi Toppin led the way for the Knicks with a career-high 20. Not nearly enough, as the Cavs had great balance. Blew it open in the second half. Darius, Garland, 24 points, 13 assists. Cavs blow out the Knicks today, 119 to 101. Great to have you with us from our Delta MSG studios. Bill Pito along with Alan Hahn. Yes, the Knicks are out of playoff contention, but rarely have we seen a game like today when you just got the sense they really weren't in it. Really blown out in the second half. No Julius Randle, out with the sore quad. Barrett only 4 out of 18, and the Knicks just wiped out in the second half.
Yeah, energy level wasn't good. I know it was an afternoon start for the Knicks. It was an afternoon start for the Cavaliers as well, and the Cavs are still playing for a lot of things, including moving now 2.5 games from the 6th spot to get out of that 7-10 play-in. So they still have a lot to play, and also even just to lock up that 7th spot. So they play that 7-8 game at home. So they have motivation, even though they're banged up, has some injury issues. The Knicks, their energy was not good. I mean, you did see good things from Obi Toppin, who got the start in as Randle is out. You saw good things once again from Emmanuel Quickley off the bench at times. But Mitchell Robinson, in a matchup that he should have dominated, did not. And R.J. Barrett really looked like he was a step behind this entire game.
Robinson had only 2 rebounds.
It's hard to believe.
Moses Brown, the starting Cavs center, well-traveled, undrafted, went for 16 and 13. No Randle, as we've talked about all afternoon for the Knicks. And when you look at what happened, and we talk about this a lot, when things don't go well, we talked about it at the half. End of the first half is when things started to go wrong for the Knicks, and then they continued to go wrong in the third quarter.
Yeah, it's something Tom Thibodeau has talked about throughout this season when we've had those games where we've said what went wrong, and he points to closing out a half, closing out a quarter, and also how you start the second half. So they don't close out the half. They go into the half down 8, and then it's the third quarter that you don't have the energy you need at home. And the Cavs, as I mentioned, a team that's on a mission here. They want to lock up a playoff spot. They want to try to get out of the 7-10 if they can. And Darius Garland, their all-star, was leading the way. He was making a lot of big plays, certainly for them. But you see there on the glass, there's Mitchell Robinson. And I get that it looked like there he was 1-on-2, but just not enough energy on the boards. 3-point shot for the Cavs, huge in this game. They hit 15 of them. Here's a bit of a sloppy play. How many Cavs can you count in the picture? How many Knicks do you count in that picture, Bill, as you see that transition happen, right? You saw 4 Cavaliers players hustling down the floor, 2 Knicks players getting back on that turnover. So a bad energy game for Tom Thibodeau's team. And it is something with, again, just a handful of games left, 4 games left now in this season with them officially eliminated. You've got to be careful not to let that happen. You want to finish the season strong, playing hard, and making sure you have the right energy you need to compete.
So no Randle, Deuce McBride out with a sore knee. Quentin Grimes continues to be out with a sore knee. So when you put it all together, it's unfortunate that McBride and Grimes couldn't be available to get the valuable experience. But Obi Toppin, Allen, got the start because Randle's out. 6th start of the year, went for a career-high 20. In his 6 starts now, he's averaging pretty close to 15 a game.
Yeah, and that's good to see, and it's good for him. And it's also the idea of how he can figure out where he fits at the NBA level, because there are some guys that create for themselves. There are some guys that play with great energy, move around the floor, and others can create for them using their energy. It's a great saying. I loved it when Mike D'Antoni used to use this all the time. The ball finds energy. In this game, that's why the ball found Obi Toppin, because he is energy, constantly running. You love the way he attacks the basket with his athleticism and his length. Good finish here. You know, that finish there brought the Knicks within, I believe, 3 points. And then they did not close out that half well. But there's the oop. You know, there's always that connection between he and Emmanuel Quickley. Another important part of his game that's got to develop, and I'm sure he'll spend a lot of time this offseason working on it. It's that 3-point shot, especially from the corner. He's a guy that you could see putting him in the corner because you can get him backdoor for easy hoops. But that corner 3 you got to knock down to keep the defense honest. That's something that if he develops into something that is even remotely effective, it'll change everything about his game.
He looks really improved, Alan, with the ball in his hands, making something happen, though, even when he's not in the corner. You know, when he gets it, he looks a lot better getting to the basket and making a play.
Confident, that's the first thing. The other thing is decisive. Those are 2 important things that I think when you're a young player, especially him, you got to understand. In college, he was a great scorer who could pretty much do whatever he wanted with the basketball. He comes to this level and he realizes, whoa, there's some limitations here. That's a big adjustment to play without the ball when in college you're so used to being the man, having the ball in your hands almost every possession. So you learn that, and then it's the decision making. So I think those are the two things. His confidence has built over time, and his decisiveness in what he wants to do and what he understands he should do in that moment. I think those are two things that have developed for him during this season.
Pre-game, we talked about the Knicks in March. Very solid 9-7 record, including 9-5 in their last 14. And we highlighted Emmanuel Quickley in March, averaged about 15 a game, passed the ball well, put up very impressive rebounding totals. And today, Alan, 17 points, 7 rebounds. I'm sorry, 7 assists.
You're right, 7 rebounds.
No, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. I think one of the things about Quickley is...
One more that you like, only 2 turnovers.
Right. He's really good on the boards.
Yeah. Well, again, guard play in the NBA is important to rebound now more than ever. Why? Because teams take, what did the Cavs take in this? How many threes? 34. The Knicks take 30.
They hit 15 of them. That was a problem.
I understand. Well, I'm saying the threes.
Right.
Three-point shots, the high volume of shooting from three-point range means a high volume of longer rebounds. Three-point shots don't drop in the paint. Normally, they're going to go a little further out, 10 feet or so. If you're a guard and you're aware of rebounding and you can read the ball, you go get it. And you can start the break and you can do some things. The issue you pointed out for him was the shooting. And that's something that he was doing really well in March. It's a bad shooting night, certainly for him. But when he does get in the game, Bill, he does make things happen. The same way we just talked about Obi. What'd you notice there? What'd you notice?
Help me.
Well, he drove to the basket.
He drove to the basket and did, right.
He's being decisive. He's playing with confidence. All the things we talk about with Obi, it's the same thing with Quick, is that he's no longer thinking about what to do. He's doing it now because his instincts are there, and a lot of that is probably the product of preparation. He's talked to us. We've had him on postgame, and what does he tell us he does?
How much film he's watched.
Film,
yep.
Lots of study, lots of learning. I think that's also important for a young player. So for Emmanuel Quickley, that's also what this season's been about in the second half. That's why you want to see him. You want to see Obi. I'm going to throw in RJ Barrett there, too. He's had a fantastic second half of the season. This is what the lowest point total for RJ Barrett since...
January 31st.
Right, only 12 points.
Right. He had 11 on January 31st. And, look, he's been great since January the 1st, but this is his lowest, 12 points at 11 back on January 31st.
Yeah, on a 4 of 18. Right. So, again, a 21-year-old, you want to see him finish strong as well, hoping this is a blip on the screen, and these last couple of games, he'll keep himself at that 20-point average. And then Mitch, who's 23 years old. You got to look across and see a matchup and say, I'm going to dominate this guy. You didn't see that in this game. So while Quickley and Obi did that today, you really want to see the group of them do it as they finish the season, every game.
No Cavs in terms of injuries. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, we talked in the pregame, the Twin Towers, really, both big and effective and mobile and great on the boards. You would think that Robinson would have dominated this afternoon.
Yeah, again, there's a lot of talk about what you're going to do with Mitchell Robinson at the end of this season with his contract status, knowing he can be a free agent, and what are you going to do? Are you going to sign him to a multi-year deal and keep him here long term? Is he going to be a piece in a sign and trade that can help you maneuver and make some other moves with this roster to upgrade them? What is the status of Nerlens Noel going forward? You know, you think Jericho Sims might be a piece. So that center position is going to be a position that you are going to pay close attention to this offseason. And if Mitch wants to stay here in New York, these are the kind of games where you look across and think there's no Mobley, there's no Jared Allen, who, by the way, is a comp to him. And Jared Allen got $100 million. So you want to come in this game and think, all right, the guy across from me, I'm better than him. I should dominate this game. Didn't see it.
Again, Robinson, 7 points, 2 rebounds. Cleveland starting center Moses Brown, 16 points and 13 rebounds.